Welcome back, my dark minions, to the Dark Void, ruled by me, now 51. And today, we're back to another random reactions. Yes, we're finally back to random reactions, not a WTF news, random thing, whatever. And today, we're going to be continuing on with the saga of the honey fiasco. Yes, the honey fiasco. It's been an entire year. MegaLag, I think this name of the creator is, basically finally put out the sequel. It's literally been a year since the last time. If you don't know what happened, Honey, it was a company, a website or whatever, who basically was offering the best deals ever, coupons and everything. And it was basically for free, if you can believe that. But it was found out a year ago that they were actually a nefarious company that was basically doing whatever it takes to get the best deals, to the point where they were doing like scummy tactics just to get the best clicks, just to make sure you get the click, to make sure, because if you have it on your browser, it's like automatically does make sure, it doesn't matter what site you're on, the honey will always try to get that last click. It's insane. So yeah, if you don't know, just go look at my last video. I'm gonna try to find that video, my last video, and put it in a link below. Hopefully, if not, just go watch the MegaLag's video down below, which I will have in the description down below here. But I just let you know this is like almost an hour in the second part. So just like if I may pause the video just to go get something to eat, and then come back to finish this off, because it's very long. I don't really make long videos like this unless I'm playing a game. But hey, it's one of those rare moments. Alright, let's get started. It's about exposing Honey's evil business model, part 2. Alright, let's get started. MegaLag, take it away, and let's see what this second part has to offer.
PayPal does not want you seeing this video.
Are you serious? A few hours
ago, PayPal's lawyer sent me a cease and desist letter and requested Patreon take down my video under a copyright infringement.
What happened?
I consider this a direct attack against my fundamental rights as an independent journalist. PayPal has specifically taken issue with the fact that an anonymous source discovered Honey had left their source code exposed within their iOS app, which, if you know where to look, is publicly accessible. This anonymous source found the code and sent it to me.
Oh my God.
I reviewed the code for security research purposes, which is a protected act. And I only published relevant sections of the code that provide important context to the story, which I consider within the realm of public interest. Nevertheless, I removed sections of the video containing said code, not because I believe PayPal are correct, but because I know they will have YouTube take this video down. It's only a small segment of the video. Therefore, I have made this decision quickly, under duress, and to proceed with this publication as quickly as possible. If PayPal thought this would stop me, they would certainly be mistaken. Enjoy the video.
I think it'll just make them
trust Honey. I don't know what it is.
Man, I can't. Yeah, Markiplier.
They push.
He was the one that sounded the alarm.
So much.
But nobody.
And then people are getting money out of it, and then
nobody even listened to him.
Out of it, and that makes sense. But the other part doesn't make sense. And then something's going on here. Where's all this?
He sounded the alarm.
I have a feeling there's gonna, in like a couple years, there's gonna be the great Honey conspiracy.
Man, he sounded the alarm.
Money saving browser extension is accused of scamming customers and YouTube creators.
The biggest YouTube scam has just been revealed.
The greatest scam in the history of the creator economy.
People have been getting influenced, scammed, and I've been a part of it.
It involves almost every high-profile creator that I can think of, including myself.
Honey paid a lot of influencers up front
while taking money out of their back pockets.
Oh my God.
That's a little shady, mind you.
No way that signs you up for this affiliate link.
Oh, it does.
Wait, what?
Even Asmongold was surprised.
Brother.
Heilige Scheiße.
I'm the biggest Honey fan in the world.
Oh man.
No!
They've been lying to consumers.
They are
they have
giving the best coupon codes and discounts to users.
If you have downloaded Honey, I do recommend removing it from your browser.
I already did it like years ago, a year ago.
From MegaLag will lead to a huge class action lawsuit against Honey.
So on behalf of creators everywhere, I have filed a class action lawsuit.
We're suing PayPal and Honey. Gamers Nexus, the lead plaintiff in a class action complaint.
That's pretty good.
PayPal.
Is it still ongoing? Is it still ongoing?
Well, it's safe to say PayPal's lawyers love my last video.
I bet they do.
You know what they say. All press is good press.
Yes.
Right? Let's see. Since releasing part 1 of my investigation, Honey has lost over 6 million users.
I bet they did.
Their policies for browser extensions, blocking Honey from claiming undeserved commissions, and most significantly, PayPal has been slammed with over 20 class action lawsuits accusing them of wiretapping,
PayPal's,
computer hacking,
I'd say
competition, consumer fraud, tortious interference, and
I'd say PayPal's already bad as it is now.
Yikes.
Okay, finding this out?
And unfortunately for
yeah,
PayPal, I suspect more lawsuits will be filed following the release of this video. Why? Well, you see, besides lying to consumers and stealing from influencers, Honey was also causing serious harm to small businesses. So much so,
we saw that in the last part, the small part of the video.
Dollars in damage.
The end of that video, last one.
In this video, you're also going to learn how Honey was collecting and sharing your data, and how they, in my opinion, illegally targeted minors through influencers such as Mr. Beast. Strong accusations, I know. But I have the receipt.
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised that they're doing it.
Source code, their pitch deck to investors, disturbing emails between Honey and small businesses. I've reviewed interviews and much, much more. You're about to get insights into one of the most scummy, predatory business models I have ever seen. You'll also find out why my investigation has triggered multiple class action lawsuits against other corporate giants such as Microsoft, Capital One, Klarna, Rakuten, and Retail Me Not.
Oh my god.
Views, allegations, and conclusions expressed in this series.
That's just gonna make it worse for them.
Based on evidence I have gathered, which will be shared throughout. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to part 2 of the Honey Trap.
Welcome back a year later. But I have to say is that it's like, I have to say this now, all these companies going after MegaLag is basically just outing themselves now. They're gonna be outing themselves. I mean, sorry, that happened there.
Many moments.
But yeah, like I said, they're gonna be outing themselves.
I reached the end of the rabbit hole. I thought I understood everything there was to know about Honey's dirty business model. They were claiming the credit for sales they hadn't earned, poaching the affiliate commissions from content creators, and they were intentionally withholding discounts from users for their own financial gain, rendering the entire value behind their core product a lie. Kind of hard to believe it could get much worse than that, but unfortunately it does.
Wait,
and I realized
how much worse?
After noticing a strange but reoccurring anomaly. You see, in most cases, when Honey popped up at checkout and I clicked apply coupons, a discrete tab would open in the top left corner of my browser.
Yeah.
That's Honey injecting a simulated referral click, attempting to claim the credit for a sale. But here's where things got weird. Every once in a while, I'd come across a store where, after clicking apply coupons, Honey wouldn't load their affiliate link. So why not?
Weird.
At first, I thought it might be a bug, but quickly ruled that out after noticing the same anomaly on multiple websites. Even stranger, when this would happen, I was generally finding better deals. So what gives? Well, for the longest time, I was under the assumption that Honey would only pop up on websites that had agreed to partner with them. But I couldn't have been more wrong. And I realized this after stumbling across a post on Shopify's community forum, where a store owner complained that Honey was leaking their coupon codes without their permission.
Oh yeah, that's right.
As I read through
coupon
the replies,
codes for employees.
I could see other stores
if I remember that.
Same issue. Now, this was
it's not for the employees.
My investigation, because it turned my entire understanding of Honey's business model upside down. Until now, I was so focused on the impact Honey had on consumers and influencers that I didn't even think to consider the potential impact to businesses. Though in my defense, Honey consistently referred to the 30,000 stores on its platform as participating stores. So I would assume that every store on Honey's platform joined willingly and with consent. Yet clearly, that wasn't the case. So
whether you're with them or not,
business owners,
you're gonna be here, whether you like it or not.
Honey
join the fold.
The codes that people use on our website, the discount codes, and makes them public to everybody who's using Honey.
We started having problems where customers would get in touch via our support website saying, oh, hey, I just tried to use this discount, this 60% off coupon, and it doesn't work. And I'd be like, we can look into it. Like, dude, that is not your discount. Like, how did you get that? And they'd be like, oh, it just showed up through the Honey extension.
I hadn't heard about Honey before, and I was
didn't even heard of him
on the couch with my girlfriend.
Never heard of Honey?
Some comment about this app Honey that basically gives you all these coupon codes, and I think she asked if we were on it. I said no, and then she checked it out our website and said, oh, you actually are on it, and it's giving this 15 or 20% discount code. And so that's when I found out about it, and I was
not even letting him know about this,
because I didn't know how long it had been going on for.
Whether you like it or not, you're gonna be under the Honey brand, huh?
And I haven't even looked into how far back it went, but I know we just ended the code right away.
Imagine the amount of money they lost.
Sounds bad. Well, trust me, it gets a whole lot.
How much worse?
But first, it's important we understand the scale of this issue. as you just heard, these store owners
See a
clearly
cat.
never consented to being on Honey.
Yeah,
so
whether
they
you-
can't possibly
yeah,
be
whether you
among
like it
the
or not.
so-called 30,000 participating stores.
Unless they're lying about it.
So why was Honey lying to
about that.
consumers about the true
There you go.
number of stores supported by its platform?
Money. They
And
want
just
more money.
How many stores
They want more
did
money.
Honey add to its platform without consent? Was it hundreds? Thousands?
Bring into the
Tens of
fold.
Thousands? Well, that's where things get interesting. You see, when I started combing through the business side of Honey's website, I noticed that Honey claims to only be partnered with 10,000 brands. That's 20,000 less than
Contradicting themselves.
to consumers. So I figured, okay, I guess 10,000 stores intentionally partnered with Honey, and the remaining 20,000 never signed up. Now, that would already be incredibly concerning and deeply misleading. But as it turns out, the deception is far worse than that.
Is it lower than that?
As I
Is it
continued
lower?
digging, I stumbled across this file from Honey's
the heck?
extension called supported domains, which gets loaded onto your computer when you install Honey. And this file contains a list of over 180,000 online stores.
180,000?
Massive discrepancy from what's advertised anywhere.
Okay, then.
Website. Now, of course, we could start making assumptions based on those numbers alone, but we don't have to. Because it just so happens
Well, what
that
else?
Honey also keeps detailed information for each of the online stores in this list, and it's relatively easy to access that data. For example,
Oh, okay.
Chrome, if we click Manage
So you can
Extensions,
access it.
turn
Got
on
it.
developer mode, click on the service worker for Honey, and click on the network tab, we can now monitor what Honey does behind the scenes a little closer. So if we say visit apple.com, we can see that Honey is now accessing information from their database related to Apple. Looking at this one in particular, we can see that 2.9 million Honey users visited Apple's website in the past 30 days. We can also see that none of those users saved any money from coupons because, well, Honey has no coupon codes for Apple's website. We can even see
If they did, Apple would be going after them after this.
notes that were left by Honey's employees. Interesting. Most importantly, however, we can also see that Honey has an affiliate link for Apple's website, confirming that Apple does have an affiliate partnership with Honey. But if we look at the same data for, say, Abercrombie & Fitch, we can see that Honey doesn't have an affiliate link. Yet Honey is still offering coupon codes for that store. And sure enough,
this makes no sense.
Click Apply Coupons on Abercrombie & Fitch, Honey doesn't load an affiliate link through that infamous sneaky tab. Things are starting to make more sense. So all I had to do now was collect this data for every store in Honey's database. The
Are you
problem
serious?
is, collecting this data for one store is easy, but doing it for 180,000,
Did you partner up with anybody else?
that would literally take years. Unless, of course, you created a little program that automated the entire process. Going
Nice.
through that massive list, scraping Honey's
I wish I
data
was this smart.
store by store, and neatly organizing the most relevant data points into a nice, easy to read spreadsheet. Well, that's exactly what we have here.
Oh my
but
God.
I can't take any credit for the spreadsheet because this was all the work of someone much better at this stuff than I am.
Alright,
and he
cool.
goes by the name of
Alright.
Shelter. He's a
Shelter,
developer
okay,
from the
this guy.
Netherlands. Awesome guy. And I cannot thank him enough.
Congrats.
because
Congrats to that guy.
Holy shit, there is a treasure trove of data.
How much did he get?
Spreadsheet.
How much
we
is
now
it?
have all the details for
my
every
God,
store,
look at
every
this.
coupon code, every developer note, all curated into one lovely spreadsheet.
Oh my
It's
God.
glorious. PayPal will not like me having this
I
data.
bet they
Too
don't.
bad. And Yelta will be releasing this data publicly on Twitter.
Plus, they're getting sued by
shortly
everybody right
following
now.
the release of this video. Links
They're
will
gonna
be
get sued now.
below, so make sure you give them a follow if you want to catch that drop. All right, so now that we have this spreadsheet, we can finally confirm that at the time this data was collected, Honey supported 35,000 stores with
35,000?
affiliate links and an additional 146,000 stores without affiliate links. So yes, there was some truth to their claim of supporting 1,000 participating stores. They just conveniently left out the eeny-weeny fact that they dragged an additional 146,000
So they just brought 'em in there.
platform
Into the fold.
presumably without consent. Now,
Unwilling
consider
participants,
this.
huh?
If you're Honey and your platform supports 180,000 stores, surely you'd be screaming that from the rooftops, right? 180,000 sounds a
You would
whole
be.
lot more impressive than 30,000.
You would be,
Honey knows
but that'd be too suspicious.
Why hide the real number?
Suspicious.
Clearly, Honey
Suspicions.
decided that keeping this little secret to themselves outweighed the benefits of advertising it. Now, as a consumer, you might
Because
be
they don't
thinking,
wanna get
so
too
what
much
if Honey
eyes on
leaks a
this?
few coupon codes? Even if a business never gave consent, surely that would just drive more sales for the business. Well, it's not that simple.
maybe?
Well, you see, coupon codes are more than just discounts for consumers. They're also a vital marketing tool for businesses. Virtually all coupon codes have a strategic purpose behind them. For example, many online stores will offer a 10% discount as an incentive for signing up to their newsletter. The consumer gets a 10% discount, and the business gets your email address for marketing. It's a simple exchange.
Oh yeah,
but
that
if
kind of thing.
snatches up that coupon and makes it available to everyone, well, now the business is losing 10% while gaining nothing in return. The entire purpose behind that coupon code gets destroyed, stripping away any incentive for the business to continue offering it. But it's not just newsletter coupons. Stores will also offer discounts to reward and maintain loyalty, like offering exclusive VIP codes to repeat high-value customers. Many businesses will even offer specialty discounts to military veterans or first responders, just to show their appreciation. But also, some businesses have private discount codes like 50 or 80% off that are strictly intended for use by employees or friends and family. So when Honey comes along, finds all of these codes, hands them out like candy to its millions of users, not only does it cause a negative strategic impact, but it also causes significant financial harm. In fact,
basically, so many people, they're going to be losing their money.
Significant problem for online stores.
They're going to lose their money.
There are now multiple paid services to help e-commerce stores block extensions like Honey. Even well-known retailers are paying to prevent these issues. Now, you might be wondering, how on earth does Honey get access to private coupon codes like employee discounts if they're not available to the public? Well, I came across this marketing podcast where they discussed the issue.
What happens is if I have Honey, for example, and I'm one of your best customers at your e-commerce store, and you decide you're going to do a promotion for your VIP customers, maybe it's a flash sale, and you send me a special code. I go to your website, I legitimately have that code from you, I type it into the promo field at checkout. Because I have Honey in my browser, it is able to scrape that code then and give it to everybody who uses it.
So there you have it.
Using codes like Military Hero 30, clearly intended for a veteran. And then in another case, even worse, in another case, my CEO found a men's apparel brand where they had a $75 off coupon code, but they didn't set a minimum order value. And so people were able to get unlimited merchandise for free as long as they kept their order value at $75 or under.
Oh my God.
That's insane. But I have to admit, at first, I was a little skeptical of the claim that Honey was snatching codes from users without their consent. Because whenever I entered in a coupon code Honey didn't recognize, the extension would always ask for my permission before taking it. Or so I thought. But as it turns out, the moment you type in a coupon code, Honey immediately sends that code directly to their servers.
Oh my God.
And then they ask for your consent.
Oh my God.
Well, you see, a developer,
they're just taking it away. They're just taking it away.
Honey leaked their source code inside of their iOS app. Whoops.
They wanted it.
So this developer
they
extracted the code and sent it to me.
Got it.
We can actually
happened
this with a live example.
Back on topic.
Watch what Honey does in the background as I enter in this coupon. Honey realizes that it doesn't have this code yet and asks for my consent to share it. But look at this. Before I've clicked anything, Honey has already sent that coupon code to their server, including the details of how much money that coupon saved me, all without my consent. Now, Honey might argue that if you click don't share, they never actually use those coupons. And maybe they don't. Maybe those codes just sit in their database doing nothing. We can't say for certain. However, if you read Honey's privacy policy, it explicitly states that they collect data such as coupons, promo codes, and deals you found. So while they ask for a user's consent, their privacy policy clearly allows them to take that data without it. So why does this matter? Well, it matters because when private codes get leaked, businesses don't just lose money, they're often left in the dark, unable to trace how those codes were exposed.
They're losing so much money.
I personally found several coupon codes through Honey that were clearly intended for private use. This one coupon I found worked like a $35 gift voucher, meaning I could make unlimited free orders, provided my cart value was $35 or under. When I alerted the business, they appeared to have no idea how the code had been leaked. Now, believe it or not, this nightmare for online stores only gets worse.
Even worse? How much worse?
We usually use discount codes as a way to track when influencers or partners are sending traffic to us so that we can identify the sale was attributed to that influencer and pay them a commission. So I think we saw one code started to get used like way more, and we were like, wow, we're paying this influencer so much, they're doing so well, and I was like a little bit suspicious.
A lot of times discount codes are the only way for you to understand if a YouTuber that you love and would love to partner with.
So wait, they're stealing money out of the YouTubers, right?
Incremental value.
And the companies at the same time.
Codes would immediately get picked up by Honey, and then
this was happening
hundreds of thousands of times. And you'd be like, all right, like not only does that negatively impact our business, it was for that audience, but we have no idea which podcaster we should continue to support.
Now, if you're someone who listens to podcasts, you probably know exactly what Chip is talking about here. When brands advertise on podcasts, affiliate links aren't always practical. Listeners could be running, driving, or doing the laundry without easy access to a computer. So, instead, brands will provide podcasters with a unique coupon code. And each time the listener uses that coupon code at checkout, the podcaster earns a commission.
Which is what it's supposed to be.
Affiliate link. So these are not your typical coupon codes. Behind them, you have an influencer that's trying to earn a living, you have a business paying to promote their product, and there's usually a contract binding code.
Sorry about that, a little bit of freaking skip right there. I had to go back on that one.
Just like an affiliate link.
I had to cut that part, I had to go back on that one.
Typical coupon codes. Behind them, you have an influencer that's trying to earn a living, you have a business paying to promote their product, and there's usually a contract binding the two together. Regardless, Honey will step in, leak the codes to users, disrupting that business relationship. The result? Not only do brands end up losing money from the linked discounts, on top of that, they're now forced to pay undeserved commissions to the influencers whose codes got leaked. It's easy to imagine how quickly something like this could spiral out of control.
The influencers, wait.
One business owner.
Does that mean the influencer gets money or not?
$100,000.
Wait, no.
From this
I think Honey does
exact
still get
issue.
the money, right?
And he only realized
what is happening here
several months later.
Oh my
it's
god.
No laughing matter. And if you
4
think
to
this
5
is
months?
a huge win for influencers because they get paid a bunch of
no, they're not getting money, are they?
Well, think again.
They're not getting money.
Basically pulled all out of the podcast realm because there was really no way to figure out how to attribute any successes or failures.
We basically can't do that anymore.
So they just left the podcast territory.
As a code becomes used by one person, it's suddenly used by everybody.
This is a nightmare situation for everyone involved, but not all businesses are affected equally. Honey's actions are especially devastating for small businesses.
Small businesses. Yeah, I got it.
Of larger brands.
So which means the podcasts are going to suffer
they have
without their allies.
The marketing teams.
Without the money coupons.
And the legal muscle to respond. Smaller businesses, on the other hand, don't have that luxury. So when a multi-billion-dollar company like PayPal piles on more obstacles, it's not just frustrating, it's downright predatory. In fact, Maiden Cookware CEO Chip
this keeps getting worse and worse.
Devastating impact Honey's actions can have on a small business.
When you're in the early stages of building a business, you're in the stage of, will this company even work? Is there product market fit? How do I scale this thing? Can the economics work, right? And so all the things we talked about, these discount codes and the kind of removal of attribution and killing margin, like those really affect the early stages of a company, from everything.
Starting out, so
to make sure I can survive down to.
So if you lose money out of
10,
this,
15, 20% of my sales without me wanting it, and we have digital marketing costs, we have shipping costs, we have all these stacks of costs that not only are getting more inflated over time, like FedEx has been raising their rates over time, warehousing costs have gone up, COGS have gone up, as you know, through inflation for the last 4 or 5 years, right? Like all the cost structures have been going up, and to have
it just keeps
stealing and compressing the actual revenue you want, like puts small businesses in a real squeeze. It's just really disappointing, and
which means you're losing more money than you need.
Like you need to make the numbers work, and if Honey is going to steal 10% of your revenue all the time, you're going to have to raise prices at the end of the day.
Oh my god!
And so it's not only not effective, but
which means
makes it worse for the consumer. Compresses for the small business owner.
So which means the business may fall.
Really awful business.
Like to ruin.
So mad at them for so long.
Really sad. And Chip's point about the impact to consumers is especially important. If Honey's eroding profit margins from retailers and they're forced to increase prices, well, that ultimately affects consumers.
Well, how does how does it affect consumers?
Don't just let these issues slide. Naturally, they reach out to Honey to complain, asking to be removed from the platform. Unfortunately, this story takes a much darker term.
Yeah, it doesn't have it, does it?
Honey is well aware of the inconvenience it creates for these.
They just don't care.
So when they inevitably reach out to Honey, asking to be removed, does Honey oblige? Of course not.
They'll say, yes, of course.
Honey goes,
and then that's all.
We'll give you full control over which coupons go live on our platform, but only if you partner with us.
Ah.
Did you not? In fact, Chip was kind enough to share his email exchange
into the fold.
2020.
This reminds me of Stellaris.
Because holy
when you become the crisis in that game.
It is a long email chain.
Bring them into the fold. You force them on your command.
You're welcome to pause to read the bits I skim over. Hi, I am the CEO of Meeting Cookware. Please remove us from your app. You've scraped a private friends and family code from our checkout and put it on the platform for others to use. We've lost a bunch of revenue. 4 days later, Honey responds with, Hi Chip, thanks for reaching out. Honey supports over 40,000 stores online, and we always prioritize protecting the Honey experience for users by supporting available stores and displaying available codes. We can absolutely remove the code in question. In order to protect the Honey experience for our users, we typically do not remove codes unless we have a working relationship.
What?
I mean,
there you go.
Right off the bat, they're basically saying, we won't compromise the experience for our users unless you pay us. Classy.
Into the fold.
How we can work more closely and partner with your brand. Chip replies the same day, we don't offer affiliate deals to coupon sites. We'd like to be removed from your site and extension completely. With the sales pitch not going to plan, Honey brings in their global partnerships manager, Kelly Rodek, who explains to Chip that his leak code was added through Honey's user-generated coupon functionality. No surprises there. She completely ignores his request to be removed from the platform, only offering to remove the leaked employee discount. Chip replies the same day, our friends and family code was listed on your site. That was an internal code meant for a small group of people that was never published anywhere. Our whole site can't be removed from your app. Honey responds a week later, confirming they removed the employee discount, but again, completely ignores Chip's request to be removed from Honey.
Oh my god.
Pushing for an answer, but they ignore his email completely.
They just don't care.
And Honey leaks another private discount code.
They're gonna get sued out the butt.
From your app. That is a private code behind a private employee perk login. This should never be public. I don't understand how you feel taking a private employee perk and making that public to the world is helping our business. Honey responds confirming they removed the code, but instead of taking responsibility, he tries shifting the blame onto Chip, suggesting his employees might be responsible for sharing
really?
But given what we know about the system, I'm willing to be responsible for the leak, not Chip's employees. Honey then suggests that Chip creates single-use codes for each and every employee, essentially making it his responsibility to fix a problem
not our problem. It's your fault. It's your problem.
Fuming if this were my business.
It's called
2
lawsuits.
months later, and another private code gets leaked. And once again,
they're not giving an
Chip
F.
asks to be completely removed from the platform.
This is when you start making lawsuits.
Honey finally addresses the question. We proudly host a consistent shopping experience
Just sue them.
for Honey shoppers
Just
who rely on our shopping tools. Therefore, we cannot disable Honey for individual stores and never have. Never have, huh? Well, that's interesting because it just so happens that Andrew from TrueGit Texture Supply also shared his email exchange with Honey. And would you believe it? He was dealing with the exact same Honey employee as Chip. And
is the bot?
Attempted
is this the bot?
Pitch with Andrew,
this is the bot, isn't it?
Did eventually remove his store from the platform.
Okay.
So yes, it is possible, and yes, they have done it before. Once again, we've caught Honey in yet another.
My God, they keep lying.
Deliberate lie. And make no mistake,
these companies need to start suing them at this point.
Employee Kelly confirmed the removal of Andrew's store just 1 month before assuring Chip that Honey had never removed a store before. Honey clearly has the capability to remove stores, they just choose to enforce that decision selectively. Keep in mind, Honey knows exactly
just so they don't get hit.
Users are visiting a given store
enough.
And how much they are spending.
They do the job just enough.
I speculate that this selective enforcement comes entirely down to which stores Honey believes will make them the most money. I didn't even get through that entire email chain between Chip and Honey. It goes on and on. And this behavior is not an isolated incident. It's a pattern.
When merchants discover their codes have leaked and then they want to clamp down on that, they go to these coupon extensions and plea and request to have their codes removed.
This is when you start, they need to start thinking of lawsuits now.
Join our affiliate program and you'll have more granular control over that. And so I think merchants tend to feel a little bit as though
I believe if they start getting refused multiple times,
you know,
they give them up. To me, I think these companies need to start like suing people after like a couple, like the third time they refuse to.
And you're doing
these affiliate links. That's what I think.
Not
but not all of them. Codes. It depends.
I mean, this has got to be one of the most f***ed up business models I have ever seen. And let's be real about what's going on here. In my opinion, it's economic extortion. Just think about it. Imagine one day deciding to start your own business. You've saved up all this money and invested it all into this one big idea. You're taking on a huge risk. And as you navigate the daily struggles of running a business, a bad actor sneaks into your store with
this guy again.
They quietly start collecting coupons from your customers and start handing them out at your checkout counter. Then one day, you notice a customer with a voucher that was clearly never intended for them, and you have absolutely no idea how they got it. But when you eventually catch the culprit and demand that they leave your store, they refuse, and there's nothing you can do about it. Knowing this, the bad actor leverages the harm they manufactured by strong-arming you into signing a partnership deal, where the only way to stop the damage they created is by paying them. Honey's business model starts to make a lot more sense now, doesn't it? It makes sense why they dragged 146,000
because so they can force them under their partnership.
And kept quiet about it.
It really is like that. Crisis Stellaris.
Those stores,
bringing into the fold,
disrupting, interfering, and ultimately taking control over their coupon strategies. And the only way for those stores to regain some of that control is by paying Honey. I mean, why else would any of these stores partner with and pay Honey if they're already on the platform for free? The answer is simple. The stores don't pay for inclusion, they pay for exclusion, for damage control.
Oh my god, just to get out of it.
Now, to be clear, I'm not suggesting that all of Honey's 35,000 partnered stores were coerced into joining their platform.
Some of them may actually generally be happy.
After all, Honey does offer a cashback program, which some stores genuinely like to offer users. And just look at the glowing case studies.
Some of them actually,
some of the numbers they throw around make partnering with Honey look like an absolute no-brainer. Increased average order value, reduced cart abandonment, that's music to the ears of any e-commerce store owner. But of course, if the benefits were truly as good as they say, you'd expect that brands who partner with Honey never look back, right? Well, here's a little statistic Honey doesn't want brands to see.
What's going on? What's happening?
This right here is a list of stores that, at some point, tried a partnership with Honey, then decided, yeah, no thanks, and ended the partnership.
So there are people that leave.
15,000 of them.
15,000?
15,000 brands that, at some point, were partnered with Honey, but no longer are. And this is based on the limited data I have access to. The actual number is potentially a lot higher. I think that says a lot more about the value Honey can bring to businesses than any of their case studies.
That's another ad right there.
We've uncovered about Honey so far. It really makes you wonder, why on earth would a Fortune 500 company like PayPal sink $4 billion into buying this company? Sure, Honey was making some sweet affiliate revenue, but still, that's a lot of money. To put that price tag into perspective,
a lot of money.
The platform you're watching this on, YouTube, was acquired for just $1.6 billion. Combine that with the acquisitions of Instagram and Twitch, and it still equates to less than what PayPal paid for Honey, a coupon browser extension. Well, Honey brought more to the table for PayPal than its ability to churn out mountains of cash.
So what else did they bring?
They also had 17 million users.
Oh my god.
As it turns out, lots of it. Remember in the last episode how I said, if a product's free, it's likely you're the product? Well, we're at that part of the story now.
Okay, finally.
While Honey was handing out bottom of the barrel coupon codes, they were also tracking your shopping habits and collecting a ton of data along the way. In fact, Amazon of all companies began warning users that Honey was a security risk, stating, Honey tracks your private shopping behavior, collects data like your order history and items saved, and can read and change any of your data on any website you visit.
The irony,
They even recommended uninstalling the extension. That was somewhat surprising to me, given how much Honey played into the whole you could trust us with your data narrative.
Actually free, not like selling all your personal data free.
Does Honey sell user data?
No.
Fine.
This prompted me to investigate Honey's data collection practices, and what I found was, unsurprisingly at this point, pretty darn concerning. Hilariously, the first thing I noticed when auditing Honey's website was that they explicitly assured users that, hey, what we don't do is sell or share your data.
Well, it looks like they lied there.
When you click the link to their privacy policy, the first thing you see is how we share your data.
What?
Excuse me? Red flag.
It's right there?
One. Now, this privacy
It's on their site? What the heck?
Language when it came to what data they were collecting and how they were sharing it. So I dug deeper and came across this incredible investigation by a German non-profit called Data Request, who advocate for data privacy online. And they dug into Honey's data collection practices by submitting what's known as a GDPR right of access request. For those unfamiliar, under European law, anyone living in Europe can ask a company, no matter where it's located, for a copy of all the personal data that company has collected on them. So, two of their members, Benny and Malta, both Honey users, each submitted a GDPR request.
Oh, okay. Oh my God.
Systematically tracking their browsing activity across every website it considered to be an online store. They also collected timestamps, unique user IDs, device IDs, operating system info, geolocation details, and the full URL of the page visited. Now, Data Request showed that from these logs alone, Honey could infer some incredibly personal insights about a user. Here are just a few examples from Benny's data that was collected in 2020. Honey could see that on February 13th at 2:57 p.m., Benny viewed an iFixit guide on how to swap the DVD lens on a Nintendo Wii. They could see that Benny checked an AliExpress order 13 times, his order ID fully visible, including the fact he opened a dispute for the order. They could see he had a Microsoft Family plan and that he added a new family member to his Office 365 account. Honey also knew that Benny looked for an Airbnb in Berlin for 2 adults from the 4th to the 5th of March. And apparently Benny had issues with his iPhone because he viewed an Apple support page on how to reset his passcode.
Oh my
on
God.
March 23rd at around 5 p.m., Benny watched a documentary called Scanning the Pyramids on CuriosityStream, a service he subscribed to just an hour earlier through YouTuber Tom Scott's affiliate link. And apparently Benny's a gamer because he redeemed a game on Steam with the serial code 5HGP6.
It keeps getting
the point.
Oh my
All
God.
that information could be inferred from just 27 page views, but in total,
God, look at this.
Honey collected over 2,500 pages of web activity between just February and May of 2020. Meaning what I just read to you represents only 1% of the total data Honey collected within a 3-month window.
This is getting out of
That is insane.
this is getting out of
Benny
control.
willingly registered an account with Honey. Malta, on the other hand, didn't. Yet Honey collected the same data from him as well, suggesting whether you formally register an account with Honey or simply installed the extension, Honey was harvesting the same data regardless. Huge shout out to Data Request for their work. I'll link their full investigation below.
So basically, they just say, yeah, no, get them too.
Eligible
Get 'em all.
consumers can easily request a
Get them all too.
data from companies like Honey and also request to have that data.
Just get them too.
Definitely check that out and consider
Oh, then get them too.
their non-profit. So as you can see, it starts to make a lot more sense why a company like PayPal would fork out so much money for this platform. Honey was sitting on a treasure trove of data that provided detailed insights into its users' shopping habits. Honey could see what users were buying, how they shopped, what they searched for, the decisions they made before checkout, and even the services they considered but didn't purchase. That information is invaluable to a payments platform like PayPal.
Bet it is.
Don't just take my word
They
for
get their own money.
Here's Honey's
They
former
get
senior
money.
manager of partnerships, Daniel Pilkington, discussing the benefits of Honey's data for their partnered merchants.
You know, one of the metrics that we assess very frequently
this guy again.
that work
I
with
think.
Honey is, cross-store shopping. So, how many other stores is a user visiting as well as the store in question? Are they going to 6 stores? Are they going to 7 stores? Are they going to 10 stores before they make a decision on where to purchase?
And here's another former senior partnerships manager.
So one of the things we have insight into at Honey, because we're a browser extension and we can see our shoppers and how they shop, is that shoppers love to cross-site comparison shop. We're really kind of following the shopper where they go, and we're with them every step of the way. We have all sorts of tools to make those consumers stickier to those direct-to-consumer brands.
And here's a former PayPal executive discussing how beneficial the data is for their goals.
We've got a full suite of solutions across our consumer platforms that help drive new customers, that help drive loyalty, that help drive conversion, and ultimately...
And they get us more money, huh?
And we have a lot of analytics and a lot of data.
More money for Honey.
And that's something that we can unlock
and for PayPal
on behalf of our partners.
You've got to hand it to Honey. They've truly mastered the art of selling bullshit narratives. To users, they promise privacy, insisting, hey, we never sell or share your data. But to their merchants, they literally bragged about how much of your data they had and how it could be leveraged to provide them with valuable insights into your shopping habits.
You keep getting worse and worse for the day.
Now, for clarity, those interviews were all recorded after PayPal's acquisition of Honey. So, is this simply a case of a corporate giant turning a once well-intentioned startup into a data harvesting machine? Nope. In fact,
okay, so they would like this.
Was part of Honey's game plan well before they were acquired by PayPal. This right here is Honey's pitch deck to investors from back in 2015. On the business model slide, Honey clearly labels personalized offers to consumers based on cross-site comparison shopping data as a core component of their business strategy. And on the very
They've been watching.
Proudly entitled Our Unfair Advantage, it explicitly states Honey's unique data allows us to predict what each user is about to buy, when they intend to purchase, and how much they are willing to pay. They even itemize the data collected as user behavioral data, stores visited, products viewed, and of course, your purchase history. So not only was data collection top of mind from the very beginning, but they were already actively collecting it and pitching that data to investors as a valuable asset. For years, Honey framed data collection as minimal and purely in service of saving users money. Well, it appears they were full of shit. And to be clear,
they were.
I'm not suggesting that Honey was selling your data to third parties for cash. Well, at least I found no evidence of that.
Okay, currently.
Quietly monetizing your data behind the scenes, sharing insights with partnered merchants while conveniently leaving that detail out of their privacy policy? Well, it sure looks that way to me. One thing is for certain, however, and that's that Honey sold your data to PayPal, one of the largest online payment platforms in the world. PayPal didn't spend billions of dollars for a simple coupon extension. They were buying a window into your life as a consumer. And here's why that should worry you.
PayPal launches an ad network. PayPal has officially said it will be launching an ad network that will leveraging the data it collects on the purchase history.
Wait, I just realized something. Doesn't that mean that they'll be able to ban you?
Users.
Is that why people
likely affect
is that how they ban people? Well, they were banning people before, but think about this.
More as well,
does that mean that they can look at your search history and ban you beforehand?
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Does that mean they'll ban you beforehand?
To make this whole data collection issue
think about that
times worse, something else caught my eye while reading through Honey's privacy policy. Right at the very bottom, Honey states that, quote, we created Honey for the exclusive use of adults 18 and older, and we don't knowingly collect or solicit personal information from children.
Yeah, but you don't.
Now, there's just one problem with that.
I have a challenge for all of you. Go to every computer in
Here we go.
Add your sister, your brother's computer, and install Honey.
That's right. Not only did Honey and PayPal knowingly collect data from minors, but they intentionally targeted them in their advertising. That's not just unethical, it's potentially illegal in numerous jurisdictions. Many countries have very strict regulations when it comes to the collection of personal data from minors. For good reason. Therefore, if you intend on having minors use your product, many jurisdictions require that you obtain parental consent first. But this adds all kinds of technical and legal complexities, which is why many platforms simply limit the use of their service to adults only in their privacy policy, which was Honey's
adults.
But if Honey were genuinely trying to avoid having kids on their platform, they probably shouldn't have sponsored one of the most popular influencers in the world, whose key demographic of followers is, well, this.
Kids.
But Honey did sponsor Mr. Beast, and those videos garnered a whopping 3 billion views.
Oh my god.
Honey's #1 sponsor. In fact, according to my data, Mr. Beast sponsorships represent over 1/3 of Honey's total sponsored views.
It's not looking good for Mr. Beast either.
It wasn't just Mr. Beast. Honey sponsored many channels whose content was, in my opinion, clearly targeted at minors. They sponsored Minecraft channels, Roblox channels, cartoon channels. I mean, just watch this video and tell me it's not targeted at children.
Let's see. Sorry, ad. The back of the cat, yeah?
Video sponsored by Honey.
If Honey wanted to target minors so badly, they should have just sponsored one. Oh, wait a minute. That's exactly what they did. This, ladies and gentlemen, is Desiree, who at the time was just 14 years old.
Guys,
I'm only 14.
Hilariously, one of her videos that Honey sponsored is appropriately titled Back to School. Honey even ran her sponsored segment as a paid advert on YouTube.
Honey,
paid adverts. Let's quickly
keep getting worse and worse.
The Beast ad, because
what?
All the evidence has got to be the single worst example of Honey intentionally targeting minors. Let me play it again.
I have a challenge for all of you. Go to every computer in your house, your mom's, your dad's, your sister, your brother's computer, and install Honey.
They are literally encouraging kids to install a browser extension that tracks and collects data.
What's worse, the kids don't have to tell their parents or anybody.
Including those belonging to their siblings. That is fucking insane. And the emojis? I mean, come on! And look, this is not a good look for Mr. Beast either. Influencers have a duty of care to ensure that any advertising they engage in is compliant with relevant advertising laws, especially when your audience skews young. Of course, I did reach out to Mr. Beast and his team for comment, but never heard back from them. In case you're still not convinced that this was
don't want any more
intentional,
controversy, do they?
I don't know, perhaps Honey had a rogue marketing team that was poorly aligned with upper management. Well, here's a few words from Honey's former president, Joanne Bradford, talking about the benefits of working with Mr. Beast.
We launched
my God.
Gamers playing YouTube on their desktop.
They even admits it.
Gamer called Mr. Beast.
A little gamer.
His first advertiser. And we did a deal with him. His collective ads, I think, have been seen, I'm going to say billions,
Yeah.
$3+
billions of dollars.
Every kid in America knows what Honey is. Every kid in America was telling their moms and their dads they needed to download Honey in order to save money.
They weren't just telling their mums and dads to install Honey. They were installing it themselves. My 5-year-old brother installed Honey on his computer. Wow, kids start saving money earlier and earlier these days. And here's Honey's co-founder, Ryan Hudson, discussing how Honey leverages the credibility that influencers have with their audience.
We learned how to work with influencers, in particular on YouTube, to lean into the credibility that they have with their audiences, the ability to speak the language of their audience, and it's been incredible for us. And so we've done, if you watch YouTube or you have kids that watch YouTube, they have seen, if you watch Mr. Beast.
Awkward laugh, huh?
It's a lot of honey. A lot of
honey.
This was no accident. Honey's leadership knew what they were doing and they knew it worked well. That Mr. Beast ad alone has 118 million paid ads, the highest of any Honey ad on YouTube, which strongly suggests it was also their best performer. Honey likely invested millions into this ad alone. Honestly, it's genuinely shocking they've gotten away with it for so long. Now, given everything we've uncovered so far, you might be wondering how on earth there could be more to this.
Oh, come on!
Well, while Honey was the first extension of its kind, unfortunately, they certainly weren't the last. There are now hundreds of coupon and cashback extensions.
Yes.
And while I haven't investigated all of them to the same extent that I have with Honey, many of them engage in similar behavior, especially when it comes to poaching affiliate commissions. And that's why there are now multiple class action lawsuits targeting these other companies. Influencers haven't just been losing money to one sleazy salesman at checkout, they've been losing money to an army of them. In my opinion, these extensions are nothing but leeches. They are parasites in the world of e-commerce. In fact, I've encountered so much shady behavior with these extensions that I felt it was necessary to create my own browser extension to alert me anytime an affiliate cookie is loaded onto my browser. It's called Cookie Guard, and it's especially helpful because some of these extensions will load their affiliate link in ways that are completely invisible to the user.
Wait,
For example, if you click to copy a coupon on Honey, it looks like a harmless feature because you don't see that sneaky tab opening. But with Cookie Guard installed, you can see that behind the scenes, they are quietly stuffing their cookie to what's known as hidden iframe. You can Google it. Even worse, I found that the extension Karma Now would stuff their cookie the moment you landed on a checkout page. What? Completely automated, no interaction with their extension required. They also had a system that could detect when you used a competitor's extension, like Honey, and they would wait for that extension's affiliate link to load and immediately override it with their own. Again, no interaction with their app required. It's insane. And this sort of malicious behavior is not exclusive to browser extensions. Even Microsoft couldn't resist the temptation of easy affiliate money and decided to offer coupons directly from the Edge browser. Watch what happens when I visit my NordVPN affiliate link. Once I've clicked on one of their coupons, Microsoft immediately replaced my affiliate cookie.
Microsoft, of course, even
same.
more problems
And when I
with
tried
you,
to
huh?
reload my affiliate link to reinstate my cookie,
even
it comes
more
back momentarily, but Microsoft quickly and automatically replaces
Oh
it
my
again
god.
with their own. I mean, damn, Microsoft. People hate your browser enough as it is. And how about Opera's browser? They recently stopped this, but for some time, if you simply entered the URL of a store that they were partnered with and clicked their autocomplete suggestion,
Opera GX
Opera
too?
considered that fair game to inject their affiliate link and claim the sale.
All these trusted companies are failing.
A war of the cookies. I could go on and on with these examples. Now, this
Are you serious?
question:
So
how the
Opera's doing
fuck
it
is
too?
all of this being allowed? Are there no rules in
I just saw
place
Surfshark.
to this behavior? Well, as it turns out, yes, there are in fact plenty of rules in place that should have prevented much of what I have uncovered in this investigation.
Is there a loophole?
So, why hasn't it?
Is there loopholes?
That's where greed and incentives come into the equation. You see, so far we've
people.
only discussed two key players in affiliate marketing: merchants and affiliates. Merchants want to sell their products and services, and affiliates want to promote those products and services for a commission. Pretty straightforward. But there's another crucial player that we haven't yet discussed.
Okay.
And that is the affiliate networks. Affiliate networks are like dating apps for the industry. They allow merchants and affiliates to easily discover one another, connect, and work together. These networks also take care of all the technical stuff like the affiliate tracking links, reporting, and commission payments. But most importantly, these networks also set the rules. They are the gatekeepers. Some of the largest networks in this industry are A1, Commission Junction, Impact, and Rakuten Advertising. Now, not only do these networks have their own strict policies, at least on paper, but on top of that, over a decade ago, most of these networks collectively agreed to enforce two codes of conduct. One for downloadable softwares like extensions, and the other for all affiliates that promote coupon codes. And the rules set out in these codes prohibit many of the behaviors uncovered in this video. So why aren't these networks enforcing their own?
You just said greed, so money talks, I'm
Every sale
assuming.
made in affiliate marketing, these networks also get a slice of the pie. They
Oh my
generally
god.
charge between 20 and 30% of each and every paid. There are some variations, of course. Not all networks have the same rates and pricing structures, but the core principle is almost always the same. The more money that flows through these extensions, the more the networks get paid. So
Dividends.
when these networks enforce rules resulting in a loss of income for the extensions, they too take a hit. Enforcing their own rules basically means shooting themselves.
Oh my god.
Incentive structure doesn't just fail to prevent fraud, it practically invites it. Part 3 is going to be huge. And that was
part
supposed to
three?
be the next video in the series. But that's not the video you're going to see next. In the next video, I'm going to be exposing a secret system buried deep within Honey's code that was never meant to see the light of day.
Oh my
the system was engineered specifically to bypass one of the most important rules in affiliate marketing. A rule intended to protect influencers from the very commission theft demonstrated in my last video. And that rule is known in the industry as stand down. Stand down essentially means that extensions must detect if a user has already clicked on someone else's affiliate link. And if they have, the extension must deactivate itself and not interfere. Yet, during my testing, Honey virtually never stood down. Suddenly, however, Honey began complying much more frequently. And this changing compliance
more frequently
didn't smell right to me. So I started digging. And that's one of the reasons why this video was delayed for so long. Because
I was wondering about that.
Honey wasn't
You
just
did say
ignoring
sued.
stand-down rules. The system they created was designed explicitly to bypass it, while hiding that behavior from compliance testers. And I have all the evidence to prove it. In fact, what I found was so shocking that I consulted with a respected security researcher who was able to independently verify and validate my discovery. The behavior I'm describing, in my opinion, likely constitutes criminal behavior. And in a few days, everyone will learn about the greatest heist in affiliate history.
In a few days?
Attempting to stand down as little as possible while avoiding getting caught. Those objectives are intention, of course. The more you don't stand down, the more you're likely to get caught for not standing down. So they're trying to figure out in what circumstances can they avoid standing down and not face a material risk of being caught.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna pause it there because we're at the end of the video. But oh my god, sorry for that snort. But oh my god, what the heck? And and that next one is coming out in a few days. Man, looks like we're ending this year with a bang, huh? Oh my god, what the heck? Honey, what's worse? Now we just seen other affiliates. I just saw Surfshark right there, which literally I seen that ad happening all over the place. I see now Opera's in this. Oh my god, what the heck is going on? All these trusted places. Who to trust anymore? Who to trust anymore? The only way you're gonna trust any of this is if you actually have to investigate if they even have those kind of things on them. Oh my gosh. Oh. Alright, so in a few days I may man, what the oh no wait, there's gonna be oh man, there's gonna be a freaking I got something planned on freaking on the last day of the year. Hopefully it doesn't come out there, but maybe hey, maybe we'll start the year with a bang. Where he'll probably put that and I'll probably make the video there. But either way, my god, come on. Even more stuff about Honey, and we still got more stuff happening next time. Man, no wonder why it took a year, because he basically found even more evidence while he was making the video for evidence. It just keeps getting worse and worse. All I have to say is that all these other at this point there needs to be lawsuits. How many more is this lawsuit still moving forward? How many more lawsuits is it's coming out for against Honey right now? Somebody let me know in the comments. But oh my god, this is like insane. This is insane. How much more? I mean, it says so. There's gonna be 4 videos right now. So wait, so I'm assuming that the other video was supposed to be the 3rd one, but it's not gonna be one. So now another 3rd one's gonna be replacing that one. So now that's gonna be the 4th one. Man, MegaLag, you're doing the people's work, and it just keeps getting worse and worse and worse. What's even worse than now? All these coming out in the wood, coming out into the light. So many people are gonna be going after these companies now. Hopefully in the civilized manner. But my God, we're ending this year off with a bang, and we're gonna start next year. I don't know what is going to happen next year. Oh my God. Either way, I'm going to leave this video down below so you can watch it without my beautiful voice. So if you want to watch it without me, please go to the channel. Please go to MegaLag. Go subscribe to him. Go to his channel. Go watch the videos. Go and support him. Because literally, this is just getting out of control real fast. And I used Honey once before. And I got it off my freaking thing. So I advise you to remove that browser off your freaking thing as much as possible. Make sure that's completely gone. Because you never know. At this point, Honey is like such a evil company. My God, what is going on? It should. I mean, if you're gonna at this point, I think we should put the laws for the kids for pedophiles onto this kind of situation. I mean, the pedophile law should be applied to companies trying to steal your data for kids. At this point, that should be considered. I mean, I don't know if it's the same exact thing, but somebody let me know how bad. How do you think that the pedophile law should be applied to this kind of thing? Because if a company intentionally takes information from kids, shouldn't they be tried as pedophiles? At this point, this is insane. I'm gonna leave my last video down below if I can find that, because I think it's been a year, and hopefully I can find that. If not, then I'll just leave this link to MegaLag's video below. But let me know the situation. Man, what do you think now? Because now that we saw, it's like insane. Oh my God, this is insane. Absolutely insane. So let me know what you think about this situation. Do you have any information that's been happening? Literally, this is just getting out of control real bad. Comment, subscribe down below as well. And also, like and share the video to help spread it to share the video to help me out, and also to help spread this word, because we need this needs to spread around like a lot, because a lot of people needs to know this to make sure they can get Honey away so they can remove Honey from their browsers. Man, dude, there's so many people getting taken down here. So many people getting hurt by Honey. Also, don't forget to share it as well. Wait, I think I just said that. Don't forget to press the black bell button to be notified when my videos pop up. Yeah, this is like messing with my brain. Don't forget to check my channel or check my channel every once in a while to see if I upload it or not. Younger sibling takes over or YouTube channel doesn't bother announcing my channel. You know the shebang. And also, what else? Don't forget to press the profile link in your profiles on YouTube because there's restrictor mode and it removes my videos from your feed. So make sure you check that out as well. Remove that. Turn that off. All right. Either way, that's about it. Let me know what you think about this. And for right now, my dark minions. Oh man, I'm moving this ultra fast, but my brain is like so out of it after seeing all this. My God. Like I said, for right now, my dark minions dismissed.